So figured I would come live and tell you about getting to Doha and then kind of first impressions of Celestial Journey. It's a very different cruise experience. So wanted to tell you all about that. And hopefully I'm not freezing and buffering too bad. If I am, let me know because as again, I'm only on probably like one cell phone bar at the moment. But yeah. So I left Johannesburg on June. I'm sorry, I left Cape Town. And first off, hi everyone. My name is Carlene. This is my channel, C with C, and I do solo cruising as well as just solo travel in general. Town, South Africa, and then headed up here to Doha because I found this really good cheap cruise deal on Celestial Journey. I've never heard the cruise line. It's a Greek cruise line, but was interested. It was right in my price range for a 7-night. I got it for like $564-ish. So I was like, well, since I'm in this part of the world, I may as well just go ahead and hop on this cruise deal. It's a cruise deal for what is it called, leap year. And thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, it's just right. Oh, thank you. Yeah. No, it's pointing at the wall. Yeah. So welcome in one person. We are about to embark here in Doha, pushing away, I guess, their version of the Coast Guards here. Welcome in 9 people. My name is Carlene. This is my channel, C with C. I do a lot of solo travel and solo cruising. This is cruise number 32 on Celestial Journey, and it's a cruise line that was not on my radar, nor was cruising out of Doha on my radar, but here we are. So I got to Doha on January 2nd. Oh, and now all the chat is flooding in. So let's see, we got people who are in the chat. I don't know if I have it on I do have internet on my phone, but I don't think it supports streaming. And hopefully I don't get any like streaming police from the cruise folks here. I know it's been trying to film in Doha or Qatar Airlines. It's terrible. So anyway, we got here on January 2nd, the evening of January 2nd, y'all. The most wild thing happened that never had happened to me before, and it just like pays off to keep your wits about you and figure out life because when I landed in Doha, my cell phone wasn't working. Now I've been here in Doha before. I actually was here a few years ago going to South Africa, and we had a flight delay, so we just left the airport for a few hours, went out, had dinner, met some friends, had drinks, and then hopped on a plane. Well, I've never had issues with my cell phone service. However, I noticed it in Cape Town too, so whenever I get home I have to put my phone check because all of a sudden like it could not connect to any phone service, anything, which was nerve-wracking because there was no way for me to like figure out Uber or anything or even get information. But luckily, I quickly learned the taxi situation here is very reputable. It's government managed, so I highly recommend actually catching a cab out of Doha. Unlike other places in Miami's limits. Let's see, we got Parkers on the go saying good morning. And forgive me y'all if I don't say hello or I miss your comment. I'm literally only working with one phone because this other phone doesn't have, what's it called? The Wi-Fi doesn't stream. So I can catch some comments. I won't be able to get everyone. I think I saw Bo, I saw Parkers, and then I missed whoever else is in there. But I'll shout you out as I see them. So yeah, landed in Doha at midnight with no cell phone service and 2 heavy ass bags, which is why another reason I don't like packing heavy. But luckily, the Doha airport has Wi-Fi. I was able to kind of figure out what to do. And basically, you cannot catch Uber from their airport. You have to, but they have a very reputable government-managed, what's it called, taxi situation. And it was I think 20, I don't know how much I gave the guy. It was like 20 Qatari reals to get to my hotel, which was a 20-minute ride. So I think my ride was maybe, the visa was like 76 reals, that was $20. So let's just say my cab was less than the visa to get in. If it's a U.S. citizen, and welcome in y'all. Happy New Year if I haven't said that yet. I don't think I've said happy. This is my first time for New Year. Happy New Year. Cheers. Look, we always got the wine close. Cheers. Another thing. So yeah, the visa situation, as a U.S. citizen, you can get a visa on arrival in Qatar. You just have to pay 76 Qatari rial. The dollar goes a long way here. I would say Qatar is kind of on my list, or Doha in particular is on my list of like new favorite places. I need to come back here and spend like 3 more days. This is I spent 2 days, I spent one day before, 2 days now. I need to spend like 3 more days because they really built it up a lot since hosting the World Cup. So I stayed at the Radisson Blue, which was not super close to the cruise port, but more central to the things that I wanted to do because I wanted to get to the souk and I wanted to get to the mall, but only one of those things happened. So yeah, let's see. I don't know if anybody, let me see if I can scroll without messing it up too bad. And I'm gonna stay on the side as long as possible. Hey Leslie, before we pull out. Hey Steph Stone, hey Bo, out of here. Hey Sweet D, Happy New Year. What else? So the first night I pretty much crashed. The second day I got a massage, which was again really cheap. I went to the souk to get some oils. I got some really nice smelling like thick perfume like oils. I wanted to go to the mall, but once again my phone just did not connect. So I had to thug it out, find a cab. Oh, and all the comments are that child is going off in the background. Oh, you can hear them? Oh, that means my mics are super sensitive. So yeah, where I'm sitting right now, and I don't want to turn it because there's a lot of kids in the, it's cold here actually. I have not packed, I did not pack appropriately. I packed for Cape Town, but I did not pack for this trip. And honestly, for this trip, I could have really threw a lot of the stuff that I wore for Regent 7 Seas in my bag. So it's going to be a lot of creative dressing. But where I'm sitting is it's in the under the covered area where the hot tubs are, and this is the area that is anyone can sit here, like it's not adults only. So all the kids are in the hot tub, of course. There's not a ton of kids, but just all the kids who are on the ship right now, like in the hot tub. So you hear all of them, you know, being their wonderful selves. The true sailaway parties in the back of the ship in the adults only area. I did not sit back there because I didn't want to get copyright, whatever that is. I didn't want to get that. So yeah, but that means my mics are picking things up. Okay, so what have I done so far? So that was yesterday. So then today, I left my hotel, came here to Celestyal Journey. It was, first off, Mein Schiff, the German cruise line, is in port. It has me very curious about Mein Schiff. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. It's the German, I think, brand. It looks just like Holland America, kind of like the same shape as like Mardi Gras, those kind of ships, huge. So that has me, my curiosity piqued about that cruise line. But we're gonna let this trial be the first trial for like non-really American focused cruise lines. I've seen, not that it matters, I've seen only like one African American woman, I think, at a distance on the ship, and I'm not even sure she's African American, but we're gonna roll with it. It's fun. All right, so getting on the ship, basically, I don't think the driver is really familiar with like the cruise culture, so you're gonna have to really rely on like having the address ready, and then you're gonna have to rely on making sure that you ask the port staff like which section is for Celestial, which section is for whatever cruise ship you're going on. That would be my tip. But this cruise port is really cool. You can see a bit of like some of the port area behind me, but it still has like that authentic feel with like I guess modern amenities. It was a really quick embarkation process. It's a different type of embarkation process because some people are getting on the ship and then some people are returning to the ship. I guess they've been on a longer journey. But that whole process was fine. The thing that might freak you out is they will keep your passport. They'll keep your passport. Because I already got my visa at the airport, I didn't have to pay for a visa here. So that's something to be mindful of. So if you were to cruise out of Doha, I would say spend maybe 2 days, 3 days in Doha, and then that visa will cover you. So he just had to like look through my passport, but you turn your passport over to Celestyal Journey staff. Now, when I say I hooked that corner to see his ship for the first time, I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous. I was like, oh, this is gonna be my ride for 7 days. Like, how am I gonna stay entertained? I did not catch the elevator. I kind of walked up the first couple flights of steps. And I was just kind of like, because I will say the cabin area is not knock your socks off. The hallways aren't knock your socks off. It looks just like an old carnival ship in the cabins. However, where Celestial has my interest is I love ship spaces. And they have a variety of beautiful lounge spaces. Oh, we have more. And sorry, y'all, it's Travel Yes We See. Alaikum Salam. I did get me a abaya to Travel Yes We See. Alicia popped in, Margaret Logan. For some reason, all the comments just come rushing in at one quick time, and then they stop. So it must be my cell service acting up. But if I see a question, if I see a comment, I'll be sure to shout you out. So I was like, oh yeah. So when I first got on the ship, I was like, oh, this is gonna be my ride for like 7 days. I was like, the cabin areas were like not like knock your socks off. I will say you can get a suite. I peeked my head into a little suite. Those look kind of nice. But my cabin looks like a regular interior cabin from maybe like a Carnival Sunrise Conquest edition. Tully says, I'm like you. I love a cute ship space. Yes, girl. Like, look at these couches. So I was like, okay, let me put my stuff down in my room. The room definitely gives vibes of like, it, you know, while the toilet might have a sanitized sign on it, I'm spraying that whole thing down, like extra down. Sydney Stephanie saying, oh my God, Happy New Year, Carlene and Shay. Happy New Year, Miss Sydney. But I dropped my stuff down and I came out to the spaces and I was like, oh, I can dig this. Like, I like good nooks and crannies. They did a really good job on their ship spaces. The floors look more new. And the loungers are kind of plush. I can kind of dig it for sure. So yeah, I like the ship spaces. It'll be interesting now to see how they incorporate entertainment into the ship spaces. Or are they just really focused on getting you to your next destination and it's more like more intense? We'll see. So I do have the drink package. Who's this? Embarkation Adventure says the cabins can use uplifting, but the public spaces are nice. Exactly, Embarkation Adventures, yeah. So I went straight to my cabin. I didn't cut any public spaces. I went straight to my cabin. I was like, oh. But the public, I mean, it definitely is like Carnival Sunrise, Sunshine, but the public areas, they are really nice. And if I trusted my Wi-Fi enough, I would walk you around, or my cell service enough, I would walk you all around, but I can't. But Embarkation Adventures has been on the ship. She can walk you, she has a video where she walks you around the ship, but you can kind of tell from like where I'm sitting, like everything is just kind of plush, beautiful lounge spaces, plenty of bars. For the size of the ship, it's a lot of bars. Staff have been friendly. Hey, Tarkeisha. Happy New Year, Tarkeisha. Embarkation Adventures, especially for being 30 plus years old. It's a 30-year-old ship. Now, if it's a 30-year-old ship, baby, Islanders, somebody need to go talk to Paradise. Hey, Taryn, Happy New Year, welcome in. Travel HBC says, I'm hearing a lot of kids in the background. Yes, because I would say it doesn't feel like a lot of kids on the ship, but where I am, there's 2 pool areas. So the adults only area is hosting a sail away party, and it's bumping. It's been too loud for me to, they had a DJ set up, it's been too loud for me to go live from there. So I came over here, and there's a pool that has a covered area that children can stay, and I'm to the right of me and over, and because I have really good mics, the children are all in the hot tub. So you're picking up on the children's voices who are literally probably like 25 feet away from me. So these are good mics, baby. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the equipment suggestions and keeping CWC in business. Appreciate you. And if you need to book a cruise, you too can reach out to CWC@gmail.com because we need equipment like this. Anywho, what else? So I went to lunch in the buffet. The buffet for the size of the ship is a nice size. I got basically some roast beef, mashed potatoes. I think wine comes with it in the buffet. It looks like, so they give you free wine, red or white. And then there's drinks. I'm guessing drinks are included because they're just right there. I think there was sodas included. I don't really drink sodas, but I was impressed with, like, for the size of the ship, like 600 some odd cabins or 600 passengers. I can't remember what the size is. The buffet had a nice variety of offerings. You got the piece out. So I was cool with the food in the buffet. It will be interesting to see like how dinner goes because it's open seating. So I heard basically they kind of seat you first come, first serve, or you can go really late at like 9-ish, and you just eat late and they'll have it. So it'll be interesting to see what the food situation is like. Rocco, I think your tip was to go to dinner early to avoid the crowds if possible. But I will also say the ship does not feel super crowded. So that's kind of been what it's been so far. You do have to do the traditional mustard grill, and baby, when I say I did not unhook the thing, when I got down to the mustard station, my thing was like sitting up here. He's just like, ma'am, let me help you. And when I say like traditional mustard grill, like they actually go through it piece by piece, like. They line you up. They're very adamant about you being in straight lines. Women first, men behind you. Oh, I can see one. And make sure admissions is yes, I went early and never had a crowd. Jojo was my server. He was amazing. Okay, good to know. So I'll just eat early because I was like, sometimes you have to gauge those Facebook comments. So there was a Facebook, not group for this sailing, but there's a Facebook group specifically for Arabian Gulf sailings because they do so few. Actually, one of the servers was saying this is the last sailing for Celestial, I believe, for the season, and then the workers will be going home for a month before they kick back up. So, but I was reading in the Facebook group, people were giving their impressions and stuff about, what they were worried about. Like people were concerned about dirty windows. Well, it's clean enough for me. But somebody was mentioning they were worried about or they had concerns about how dinner was set up where basically everybody just go down and it was kind of like a wait. So I was just like, oh, that would probably be the only thing that would annoy me. So I'll just try to go early, or you can just wait until later and they'll let you just sit down, or you can go back to the buffet, I guess. So still trying to figure out all the ships, all the things. You have a lovely please come this way. Please come this. You get a paper doohickey, one of these daily programs on your bed. So true old school. I haven't even tried to think about the mustard. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. So mustard, so women, children. Then y'all, I was not expecting this. The captain literally comes by. First the workers check your life vest. So one, they make sure you have it hooked right, and then they make sure you actually have a light on your vest, and they make sure you have a whistle. Now here's the gross thing about people. At least when they said check your whistle, look to see if you had a whistle, at least 50 people actually put their mouth on their whistles and blew it. Hashtag gross. Because I'm like, if you did that, how many people have done that these past sailings? But anyway, the fun part about it, a geeky part about it was the captain literally comes by and he looks at each station and checks each station and makes sure that I'm guessing it was the captain. I think so. He said welcome aboard. He looked official. Yes, he said that they all have cold sores. Hashtag gross. I was already figured out because the lady to the right of me did too many coughs that were allowable in public spaces. You have a 2-cough minimum in public before and a lot of other people think you have a C word. So the lady to the right of me was coughing, and then people were blowing the whistle, and I was just like, I need to get away from all this. But anyway, the captain comes down and he looks at each station, and then you are dismissed. So, if you want a little nostalgia, get on Celestyal Journey. We're moving. So anywho, all the bikes, yay, see outside. Yeah, we're outside. We're outside. Our first cruise of the year. So yep. First cruise here is the 7-day desert day sailing. I'm not sure when I'm going to lose y'all. The 7-day desert day sailing. We are heading to Bahrain, Oman, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and Sarayas Island. And so this will be 2 more countries for me. So I've never been to Bahrain, and I've never been to Oman. Up to 5 stops. So I'm excited. Hey, Alicia, this is wow. Yeah, so I will get countries 37 and 38, I think. Or 38, 39 under my belt. Hey, Game Changers. Niecy says, good morning. I'm here. Hello. Hi, Game Changer. And welcome in 29 people. Hit the thumbs up. My name is Carlene. This is my channel, CNC. I do a lot of solo travel, solo cruising in particular. And we are cruising out of the lovely Doha. Highly recommend Doha. Your money goes a long way. It's a long flight, but your money goes a long way. And what you actually can do is use Doha as a stopover for somewhere else you want to go. So if you want to go to Africa or somewhere in Asia, fly into Doha, spend 2 or so days. Immigration was that's an amazing itinerary. I thought Celestial as a ferry or water taxi. I had a port every single day. Yeah, and y'all know me. I like a deck chair. So these ports every day is gonna be interesting. But I think I'm gonna rest in Dubai. Dubai is not my jam. Dubai is like Vegas in the desert. So I think I'll probably relax and probably maybe Dubai. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. But I definitely want to get off the ship in Bahrain. I definitely got the ship in Oman. In Serbani Yas. And then we can figure out Abu Dhabi and Dubai because it seems like the only thing they really have are like a trip to the mall. So anywho, we are making a turn. Can y'all see? The ship is turning. So yeah, really cool itinerary. I would say this is the first time. I don't know what sold me. Was it the itinerary or the price? I think the price sold me. The itinerary definitely interested me, and I was already on this side of the world, so I was just like, yeah, let's do it. So yeah, shout out to Embarking Adventures who shared this deal because we love a deal. As you keep spinning around to my left of this shoulder, you're going to see a bit of Mein Schiff. The German cruise line should be coming up, but I think if we turn hard enough, you'll be able to see the German cruise line. Let me see if I can turn it for me. 1 second. That's Mein Schiff. I can't remember. It might look a little bit small. But that's a nice looking ship, y'all. So I gotta see what that was all about at some point. Let me get into the comments. How are the excursion prices? So the trip came with a $150 excursion, or 150 euro excursion, $150 excursion included. But you had to call 3 days ahead of your cruise, and I didn't call, but I kind of looked. Most of the excursions are like under 100 euro. The most expensive one was pearl snorkeling. That was interesting. And however, y'all, it is cold. I thought these deserts stay hot or hotter. It's been like 70 degrees, 50 at night. So I was like, wow, pearl snorkeling sounded fun. I was able to do it. Hey, Lakeisha. Hey, Evans World. What you can do is get a pack though. Travel SVC. So if I had planned my life right and got it all together before leaving home the way I was supposed to, instead of running like chicken with my head cut off, I would have used my $150 voucher to try to see if I could put that towards an excursion pack. However, I also don't trust myself in an excursion pack because I know me and I'm kind of I gotta go with the flow, and I hate having plans, and I hate waking up and being like, I don't want to go do something. Oh, you can see it. So that's Mein Schiff. That's a German cruise line, I think. It's huge. It looks like Holland America, or hey, Shiro, welcome in. Or a Carnival Mardi Gras type ship. And you can see the port, that white building to the left over here, coming up Pershing. The port is coming into view, and the port is beautiful. I love that it's like modern, but it keeps the true kind of cultural, I don't know, aesthetic. Hey, Crazy Somebody says good morning. Good morning. What time is it there in the East Coast? It is about 5 o'clock, and we're selling away on time. So yeah. So I guess I need to go find a couple excursions for the places I haven't been yet and get into the evening entertainment. But I think I'm gonna chill and read my book for a bit. It's something about like the food everywhere else. Like at home, I'll be hungry again. But I swear between South Africa and here, like I've only had to eat 1 time a day. So maybe the food has more nutritious value because I've been like, I'm not hungry. So yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see who else got any crap. Y'all have any other questions? It's just after 9:13 a.m. So y'all are having morning coffee. Cool. Oh, you see, so that's the port. The white building there is the port. That's the skyline. I really enjoyed Doha. I think if I come back, I would try to stay on the side of the island that has more of the like beaches. But I wanted to be in a decent spot near the port. But I definitely want to come back here and do like 3 days, see the Pearl, see the Islamic, I think it's like an Islamic art museum. There's a few other things I want to see. So I'll be probably tagging on Doha again at some point. I don't like going to places over and over again, but this is a place that like, this number, I've been here twice, I can do a 3rd time. As it's growing and still developing. All right. So, let's see. I think I hit everybody in the chat. Well, Happy New Year, 32 people. If you haven't subscribe already. I was short of my goal last year, of like 100 people at the end of the year, but I'm not tripping because in progress forward is forward. I established new goals for the channel. I have some pretty cool cruises lined up that, of course, channel members are going to hear first. I'll probably at least give them an outline of what I'm thinking about doing or have deposited. And I think I'm going to squeeze in at least one more land-based vacation. So if this is your jam, this is your vibe, hit the subscribe button. Because after I get off the ship, there'll be a ton of content coming because I'll be parked for at least a month and a half, which I appreciate being parked because I get time to actually edit and get the information out to you. All right, y'all, it's Steve. Thanks for chatting with me. I hope you all have a happy new year, set some goals, may be prosperous and blessed. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.